Okay guys, I'm finally out here at my spot where I'm going to set up. I am sweating. It is, let me see, it is a little over 90 degrees out here today in Florida, and obviously high humidity. Just a little bit ago you saw me cut down a long straight pole, a live tree. I don't like cutting down live trees, but in the case of building a shelter, sometimes it is necessary. I don't usually do that. However, I did harvest it from an area that was very thick and will actually benefit from the fact that there's one less tree there. So I'm going to go ahead and put together my shelter right here between these two trees, and I'll show that to you guys. I'll let you guys watch me put it together, and then I'll show it to you after I'm done. Okay, my shelter is in this bag that I made. In here I have, I'll show you the different parts of it. In here I have, first thing I have here is a green space blanket. Probably won't be using that today, except for maybe something to kneel on when I'm doing food and fire prep. The main component is this tarp right here. So I'll be setting that up. And I have another bag here full of pre-set up paracord lengths for stretching the tarp out. So I'll need 4. Set this up. So let's get 4 of those out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll also be setting up the camp chair. I'll show you guys that. That's also in here. So let's get the shelter set up. The way I have this here, I have a loop tied around one end of the paracord. I'll feed the other end through the loop here on the corner of the tarp, and then I'll wrap this around the tree and run it back to the loop, and then tie a half hitch, which I can slide back and forth to adjust the tension. I'll show you guys that once up close once I've got it together. Okay, let's take a look at that. I did all 4 corners like this. See, there's the loop running through. There's the half hitch, which you can slide back and forth to tighten out the tarp. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put together the camp chair, and I'll show that to you guys. And I'll set that up, and then I'll work on the bed. Okay guys, here are the 3 poles that I'm going to use to create to set up the camp chair. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set you guys down right here. I'll lash these 3 ends together. First, I'm going to take a piece of paracord again, just like I did before, with an end tied shut, and I'm going to put underneath these 3. I'm going to run the free end through the loop. And really cinch it down. Lash it around a couple times. I'll also run it between. Really cinch that tight. Run it through here. And then I'm just going to tie it off. With a loop. So I can undo that. There we go. Okay, I'm going to stand this up. Okay guys, this is the tripod standing up. This is what I'm going to hang the chair on. Here's the base of the back of the chair, or the part that you sit in. There's I've sewn a fold over here where I ran paracord through that gets tied to the top, and then at the bottom here has a really wide place to slide a large thick branch through, and I've got one right here. So let me tie this around here. You can scrunch this up a little bit. Like that. And I like to really tie this tight. I tie the front just like I tie a shoe. Okay. That right there. Here's the pole that runs through the bottom. And there we go, guys. Comfort in the wild. Okay, let's see if take my weight. Make sure everything got tied well. It'll settle a little bit for you, but that is pretty comfortable. I will say for a little amount of weight that it takes to carry a piece of canvas like this. I just bought the canvas, I sewed it, and then I dyed it and ran the paracord through the top. And this works great. This is very relaxing, especially after that hike in. It took me about an hour to hike in, and it is a cooker today. So, whew, this just feels good just to sit and let the energy run back into your limbs. Wow. Okay, I guess we're going to be working on the bed next. That's going to take a little bit more work, but I'll show you guys that here in a second. Show you that chair up closer. There we go. Camp comfort. Okay guys, there's my camp bed. That's completed. I'll show this to you guys. Holy cow, it is hot out here. But I did those two poles that you saw me cut earlier. I ran them through lengthwise. I drove down two, I guess pegs or spikes into the ground, and stacked up two pieces of wood underneath, and put the poles, and then put a piece in the middle to prevent it from going together. And that's going to be my bed. And then I'll take the bag that it came in, and I'll stuff that full of leaves, and that'll be a pillow, and I have a wool blanket along with me. So there you guys go. There's my camp bed, protected by a tarp. I have a space blanket there if I need it, and there's my camp chair. So the next thing I'm going to do is gather some firewood, and I'm going to cook dinner. Okay, we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, I am absolutely dripping in sweat. My tinder bundle here, I actually left it laying back on the trail. I had picked it up along the way. It's made up of some dried Spanish moss and some tops of some tall dry grass. And this usually works, however it's been really damp in this area for a while. I am completely dripping. My fire steel is actually completely soaked, even though a fire steel will work. I'm just going to have to strike it off to the side a little bit, wear an area down, because it was in my pocket and I'm sweating like a pig. So this is a little wet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my Victorinox Farmer here. I'm going to pull out the awl here, and see if I can get some sparks going here. Okay. Okay, let's see if this will ignite. Holy cow. Like I said, it's been really damp, so. I need some bull thistle. I'm afraid to touch this with my hands. My hands are just dripping with sweat, and if I touch it, I'm only going to add moisture. Let's give it a little bit more surface area there. There we go. Okay, that was more than I usually like to work for my fire. That's a little warm. What was that? Okay, that's going to add for some comedy moments. Not going with a big fire tonight. Just enough to cook up some dinner. And what I can do as these burn off, I just push them in a little further. Okay, making myself up a little bit of rice and a coffee. Tell you what, guys, I don't know what it is, but it just seems like food cooked out here doesn't really matter what it is. Always tastes better than the food cooked at home. It's just some Spanish rice here, and that's just some water. When it starts boiling, I'll put a Starbucks coffee packet in there. Okay. Kick back and relax a little bit.